GBUSH didn't hold back about Shedeur Sanders and update of the Cleveland Browns head coaching search. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with GBUSH. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Will you do that for me? Let's get this show started. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, 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 oh.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at the whole stands. Damn, I should have been there, boy.
From ball clubs, when you have a quarterback that comes in and he's expected to provide a boost.
All right, he's in now. I'll just let you know he in.
What's going on? How do you want to go?
Hey, I'll call you back. I'll call you back.
Happy Friday to everyone. Listen, GBUSH was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. You know GBUSH, the one and only of the Barbershop Podcast, was talking to his crew members about Shedeur Sanders. I like the remark that GBUSH had to say when it came to that quarterback position for the Cleveland Browns this upcoming season. Give him a fair shot because he's earned it. Build around him with a offensive line and some good wide receivers. They don't even have to be the best. Just upgrade it through free agent and that draft. And let Shedeur go out there in 2026, do what he got to do. If it don't work, 2027, you'll have an opportunity to draft your own quarterback who you want. That's the only way I see it, and I want it to work. Because if you go with the quarterback that you have right now in the room, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders deserves to go into training camp as the #1 quarterback and taking first team reps with the #1 offense day one. Book it. Sports Talk with GBUSH said that. Let's listen to Garrett Bush, GBUSH, on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Let's see what he had to say. GBUSH.
Me, I just think the Browns need to learn from their mistakes. Like, you know, we kind of did this less than a year ago. We brought in Flacco, the veteran. We wanted a reclamation project in Kenny Pickett. We drafted a young guy who we thought was a developmental project in Shedeur Sanders. And then we drafted another guy who we thought could be a higher ceiling backup type guy in Dylan Gabriel. That turned out disastrous. I want to bring the new coordinator in, and my thought process is if I got confidence in who I'm hiring as a coordinator and I believe in those guys, I also have to believe that they are going to get the best versions out of those guys that I have in my room.
Sure.
And if they don't, if we put our cars behind somebody for 2026 and it don't work, guess what you get the opportunity to do? I guarantee this. If Shedeur Sanders played in 2026, they put everything around him, gave him pieces and parts, and it didn't work out. There is no excuse for nobody, whether you support him or not, to say, I see why the Browns got to go in 27 to get a quarterback.
That's GBUSH of the Barbershop Podcast on his Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show talking about the Cleveland Browns quarterback situation. I agree with him. Wouldn't nobody have a problem with the Cleveland Browns football organization drafting their quarterback in 2027 if Shedeur Sanders proved that he's not a starting quarterback or a franchise quarterback in 2026. But they got to build around him. They got to keep it fair. They got to build around him. They got to get him a better offensive line, better wide receiver, better running game, and the defense got to show up. And they got to give him a good coach and a good offensive coordinator. Don't half-step it. Give him all you got. Build around Shedeur Sanders. Push everything that you have around Shedeur Sanders. And one more important thing. Commit to him. You got to want it. You can't fake it. You can't do the Kevin Stefanski. You can't fake it. You got to want that. We're going to do everything we can. We're going to put all our resources behind Shedeur Sanders in 2026, and let's see where the chips fall. That's the only way. Now, when it comes down to the head coaching search, I got a question. the defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns just may be the head coach for them, Jim Schwartz, right? I got a question. Will you be happy with the Browns naming Jim Schwartz as the head coach of the Cleveland Browns? He was there last year with Shedeur Sanders and that defense. They looked good. Only thing I don't like, he was up under Kevin Stefanski. That's my only problem with it. If Andrew Berry decides that he is the guy that can lead this franchise and be a leader among men, that's right. Because when you look at the pool right now, it's slim. You're looking at Nathan Shieldhouse from the Los Angeles Rams. You're looking at Grant Udemski from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And you're looking at the Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator. And you're looking at Jim Schwartz right now for the candidates to be the head coach. You got two young ones who never done it before. You got two vets, and only one have been a head coach. The Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator had never been a head coach. He was a head coach in college, but he never been a head coach in the NFL. Those are the choices right now, unless Andrew Berry pull a rabbit out of the hat. And you got to look at them also. They haven't met the requirement of the minority candidates, because Mike McDaniels threw a monkey wrench in there and said he wasn't even coming for a second interview. I'm sure that put a hamper in Andrew Berry, the way he want to approach this. But Andrew Berry, hey, you really want to meet that minority candidate? You really want to meet that? Call that man right there. Call that dude right there. His son on your team, big dog. His son on your team. Call Coach Prime. Coach Prime, I want to fly you in for an interview. Boy, he just may shock you. He just may shock you. Andrew Berry, he just may shock you. You hear ESPN going off? Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Breaking news. The Cleveland Browns has just hired Shedeur Sanders as the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Oh, no. Don't get that twisted now. Hold on. You remember? Do you remember when the Pittsburgh Steelers brought in Mike Tomlin to meet the Rudy Room? That's how it came up. Dun-dun-dun. Pittsburgh Steelers hired Mike Tomlin. Oh, shockwave all over the NFL and the world. You don't think Shedeur Sanders can carry that type of weight either? Okay then, all right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Hey, you know me. You know how we do it over here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. If you enjoyed the broadcast, join the membership. Anything you do to support this broadcast is highly appreciated. Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Until later on, peace.